What's up, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, you already know what I want you to do. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification bell. Notification bell. All right, let's get into this video real quick. The New York Knicks, 121-91. Mother's Day Massacre. That's what they dubbed that game. And it's going to go down in NBA history as Mother's Day Massacre for the New York Knicks. But Tuesday we bounced back. And I don't know if that game will make history, but I'm dubbing that game Tremendous Tuesday. You heard what I said, Tremendous Tuesday. And I look forward to a fabulous Friday. You know what I'm saying? Fabulous Friday night, game 6. The New York Knicks take it. If not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Teams that won game 5 going to win game 6 118 times. If it goes to game 7, they win it about 72 times in playoff history. So game 7 wouldn't be looking right for the New York Knicks, even though they would have a good chance of winning the game. But 72 times, that's a lot. That's not a lot going into the playoffs. I mean, it's not a good percentage for the team that's leading the series to go into a game 7. Because if you think about it, that team that was supposed to get knocked off early, like we're talking about the Pacers, going into game 7, they wouldn't have anything to lose. You know what I'm saying? They was not supposed to be there, so they'd be playing carefree. The New York Knicks would be all tensed up because, hey, we at game 7, we supposed to have closed this out. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into it real quick. The New York Knicks, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Going into game 6, back to Indiana. Jason. Jalen Brunson didn't play well them 2 games in Indiana. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we're going to talk about what everybody's talking about, Tibbs, how he made the switch up to going small ball in the second half. Honestly, I thought this was a rotation. He should have started this series off from the beginning. Once Achua got hurt, we didn't really have another guy that was stepping it up. I know Dante have been stepping it up, have at least 5 games of 20 points and more in the Philadelphia going over to the Indiana series. So yeah, I still felt McBride should have been starting. It would take a lot more pressure off of Jalen Brunson, as we saw in the second half how they couldn't really just stack up on Jalen Brunson. And when they did, McBride was there to make his open shots. And we're going to get into Alec Burks in a second too, and that's going to be in the second half of the show. Just bear with me. Show probably going to be a little bit longer than usual. But we're going to talk about our New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, 44 points, 7 assists. Josh Hart, 18 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double. Isaiah Hartenstein continued to dominate on the glass. The Knicks going to have to spend some money to keep this kid. That's all I got to say. All right, so let's get into it real quick. All right, you see how the New York Knicks dominated every quarter of this game. We won every quarter of this game, so you can say dominant. Well, the score already says it for itself. It was a pure domination. It was a comeback. It was a tremendous Tuesday. After that, what? Mother's Day Massacre. Like when you talk about the small ball, McBride came in the second half. He replaced Chua. He came in. It gave us that little spark that we really needed off the bench. You know what I'm saying? We really needed that off the bench. And I'm hoping Tibbs will continue to come out in game 6 with that rotation and put more pressure on the Indiana Pacers, because the New York Knicks, I know we like to talk about the Knicks defense, but in the playoff, the Knicks are ranked 15th. I think we somewhere over there with the Phoenix Suns, and the Phoenix Suns got swept. So the Knicks are lucky to be in the position that they are if you want to look at the defensive stats and going on into the playoffs. But like I said, we dominated every quarter in this game. We bounced back from that Mother's Day Massacre and turned into a tremendous Tuesday. That's got to be a phrase we got to rock with. And like I said, I'm hoping for a fabulous Friday. And I know y'all are too. Hit me in the comments and hit me. When you hit the like button, don't forget to type in Fabulous Friday and Tremendous Tuesday. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the New York Knicks good luck charm right there. Them 2 phrases right there, the Fabulous Friday and Tremendous Tuesday. Let's go. Let's just move it right along. All right, now, like I said, the New York Knicks right now, you look at the numbers, plus 170 to win game 6, plus 150 for game 7. And as I said, that game 7, teams that lead the series only win that 72 times. only happened to win 72 times, excuse me. But like I said, can the Knicks pull this out? I'm thinking they could, because if you look what we did, we're gonna disregard the Miami series. But let's talk about Cleveland. Let's talk about Philadelphia. We closed them games out on their home court, and I think the New York Knicks is gonna do that. I know some of you, maybe not most of you, but game 3 and 4 in Indiana, it was like the referees had money on that game. You heard what I said. It was like the referees had money on that game. You know what I'm saying? But we go on to game 6. The New York Knicks have a plus 170 chance, taking in, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Monday morning, I was worried as hell. I'm not going to lie. I was worried as hell. But like I said, the New York Knicks can take this. They talk about small ball. I just think the New York Knicks, Tom Thibodeau should have started off with this rotation. It would have kept more pressure off Jalen Brunson, because, like I said, when we lost Achua, that was a piece of offense. He had to supplement that offense. You know what I'm saying? The bench. We're not going to talk about the bench, because the bench is stepping up, and people talking about they was exhausted. But I'm liking the way Tom Thibodeau is really using timeouts and replays or whatever it may be to get his players whatever rest they can. Right now, I know some of you probably heard about the Knicks about to extend that contract with Tom Thibodeau. Hit me in the comments if you think that he deserved that extension. I know some of you going to say, hell yeah, we in the playoffs. We about to make the Eastern Conference Final. But hit me in the comments anyway and let me know, do y'all think Tom deserved that extension? All right, let's talk about this a little bit more, because right now, as I'm making this video, Boston is up big. So the Knicks, if the Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers, that will be their opponent going into the Eastern Conference Final. I don't know how we will match up with the Boston Celtics right now. I think there's a lot of hokey pokey, whatever you want to call it, going on with Boston and their injuries and what they're admitting to right now. So I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what's going to happen with that Boston series, because the New York Knicks is kind of short-handed. But if we knock off the Indiana Pacers, the way Jalen Brunson is playing, we should be able to take this game, in my opinion. I mean, this series against the Boston Celtics. And I know a lot of people say I'm dreaming, but I just feel like the New York Knicks is about to have a magical season. And even if we don't win the championship, and I know that's the goal of every NBA team right now, when the season starts, championship is the goal. But reaching the NBA Finals will be a big accomplishment for the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. If the Knicks don't win the championship, make it to the NBA Finals, and lose the NBA Finals, was it a bad season? Was it a failure? Or was it a good season? Could the Knicks build upon what we did this season? And if you think about this, if we had Julius Randle, how much dominant would the Knicks would be in the playoffs right now? You know what I'm saying? How like, just think about, if we had Julius Randle, what would the rotation be like? If we didn't have the injuries, Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, you know what I'm saying? If the Knicks was at full strength, what type of offense or rotation that Tom will be playing? Will we be dominating teams? Would we just be going in and doing things? Or will it be a two-man show with Julius and right now we need that, you know what I'm saying? When we rest Brunson, Julius time to shine. And then we got them both back in, going down the stretch. The New York Knicks, in my opinion, will be unstoppable, especially what we've seen from Jalen Brunson right now. In my opinion, the New York Knicks will be unstoppable. So let's just talk about Jalen Brunson and what he did and what he's been doing in these last 2 games. In his last game for the New York Knicks. Because when we're going to start off with Brunson. My man McBride, real quick. Studied around. Excuse me for a minute. McBride, he had 17 points, 7 for 15 shooting. Like I said, I felt McBride should have been in the starting rotation from the beginning of this series. Once Anunoby got hurt, that would have been an offensive spark. I know he's been kind of a slump, but the thing with McBride, he needs playing time. He got to get running up and down the court, get his juices flowing, if you want to call it that. But once he get hot and warmed up and settled down, he makes big shots at big time. He's fearless. He goes in. He'll try to dunk on anybody. So this is what I'm talking about with the Knicks. Excuse me for a second. With Tom Thibodeau, excuse me. How is he going to come out? What type of rotation he going to use in Game 6? Because in my opinion, McBride should be on the floor more. I would like to see another play. I would like to see Sims. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see Jericho Sims come on the court. Him and Achua when Rick Carlisle go to his bench, and if the Knicks is up a significant amount, maybe 12, 15 points, he can give Hartenstein a rest and still have Achua on the floor for them blocks. You know what I'm saying? Achua made a 3 late in the game. I wish he can do that more in the game while he's playing, while the game really matters, you know. But either way, I think Sims and Achua and having Dante and Burks and McBride, because Brunson gonna be spelling and McBride is younger, he can get up and down the court more. That would be a good second unit coming out. You know what I'm saying? I think that second unit wouldn't be as stagnant on offense. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You tell me what y'all think with that. Right now, the Knicks got to concentrate on Game 6, and it's all up to this man right here, Jalen Brunson. Let's be real. It's up to Jalen Brunson. This guy, what can I say about Jalen Brunson that haven't already been said about this man? He's humble. That's the thing I like about Jalen Brunson. The man is humble. Even when he have a good game, he still said, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? It's, in my opinion, this guy's a champion. We all know that from college. But like I said earlier, this season just feel a little magical. You know what I'm saying? It feel a little magical. We talk about the Nova boys, and sometimes it just take a nucleus like the Nova boys to get you over the hump. I know people still talking about what the Knicks need, but right now, you know what I'm saying, the way these guys playing, the energy that they feed, the team feed off of with these 3 guys, I'm feeling something special. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you my NBA bracket. I actually had the New York Knicks meeting the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Finals. They just lost to the Nuggets, so it's going to be very interesting. Honestly, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the NBA Finals turn out. Will the New York Knicks get past the Boston Celtics? First, will the New York Knicks get past the Indiana Pacers? Right now, nobody won a road game. You know what I'm saying? Indiana haven't won in New York, and New York haven't won in Indiana. But in my opinion, the odds favor the New York Knicks. I think the New York Knicks are a better road team, but Indiana are a better home team. They play very well at home. And like I said, the referees, in my opinion, played a big part of the New York Knicks losing one of them games, because if Jalen Brunson would have stepped up on defense and was Nemhart, whatever his name is, wouldn't have hit that 3, we would have been up 3 games right now, and we could have been closing it out at the Garden. But for some reason, the New York Knicks like to go on the road and knock players off, knock teams off. And I'm not mad at you. If y'all can go in Indiana and knock them off, I would not be mad, not one bit at all, because I think, that's what's going to happen. The New York Knicks is going to go into Indiana and knock the Indiana Pacers off. And they're home. We're going to look at their crowd, sad face, Halliburton. Let me tell you something. Halliburton was a player that I really held high regards for in this league. Wanted the New York Knicks to get. And I know I'm talking like a New York Knicks fan instead of a content creator right now. But he pissed me off in game one. Well, I'm not gonna say game 1, but the first game at Indiana. Just his antics, you know what I'm saying? The bouncing, the yelling, I guess he had broke out that slump. But when you compare him to Jalen Brunson and the way Jalen Brunson carry himself, victory or loss, victory or defeat, whatever we want to say. Composure. Don't get rattled. Look towards the next game. It ain't over until it's over. And that's what I'm saying about I'm feeling something special with this team. You know what I'm saying? Brunson, I'm not even going to think about injuries because I think the injuries is past New York Knicks right now. The injury bugs have hit the New York Knicks so hard already. I don't think that, it can hit us anymore. I think, statistically, I think the Knicks are done with injuries. And if Jalen Brunson can stay healthy, I'm telling you, this man can carry us. This man can carry us to a championship. If you let's look at this right here. The players, you know what I'm saying, that he's being compared to, what even if people not compare him to, but what he's doing, what his game, what his stats are being right next to LeBron James, 7 games over 40 points with 5 assists. Jerry West, Michael Jordan, Brunson, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? This man is going to go down in NBA history as one of the greats. And I know as a father, I know Rick Brunson cannot be any prouder, you know what I'm saying, to sit back and watch what his son is doing, especially being an ex-player in the league, to watch your son succeed where you couldn't. I'm not saying Brunson Sr. was a bum, but he was a role player at best. You know what I'm saying? A hard, scrappy worker. His hustle, his mentality, his play kept him in the NBA. And his fundamental for the game, his intelligence, his basketball IQ kept him coaching. You know what I'm saying? So Brunson come from good stock. And I'm gonna say it again. I see something special happen for the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been like almost 50 years since the New York Knicks won a championship, but I think that curse is about to be broke. I honestly do. I think Jalen Brunson is about to make NBA history, because if he win a championship for New York Knicks, that's what's going to be. That's what it's going to be. I mean, it would because the race is over. The MVP, it would make all them judges, you know what I'm saying? I already think that it's this bias. They like Jokic was getting the MVP no matter what. But it was just show you, you know what I'm saying, how biased the voting in the system is. Because Jalen Brunson should be MVP right now. I don't care what nobody's saying. And hit me in the comments. Hit me in the comments if you agree with me that Jalen Brunson right now should be the NBA MVP this season. For Jokic to get it, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? For the help he had, and let's just break it off from the second half of the season, what Jalen Brunson have to do, he carried his team to the NBA playoffs. He's carrying his team through it. Brunson can sit no longer more than 2 minutes without the Knicks falling off. Jokic have that luxury. This is why I don't understand. This is why I'm saying it again. The voting, the system is biased. You know what I'm saying? I sound like a Knicks fan right here, but it's the James Dolan hate. Let's be real. It's the James Dolan's hate. So y'all tell me what y'all think. From Mother's Day Massacre to Tremendous Tuesday to a Fabulous Friday. What do y'all think? Can we have a Fabulous Friday? Hit me in the comments and let me know. And don't forget to use them 2 phrases. Tremendous Tuesday, Fabulous Friday. Because we don't forgot about that Mother's Day Massacre. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.